majina naitwa Scott Wawero. Mimi ni Mkenya halisi. Born and bred in Nairobi. And mimi ni student hapa Mount Kenya University. And nafanya Bachelor of Procurement. And I also do a charter in financial analysis.
Good. Karibu Afrika Tuungane. Huu ni mwezi maalum wa Africa, so we are generally talking about Africa. So first question for you,
Yes.
So if you're given a chance today to choose one African country,
yes,
and go there as a tourist, ni nchi gani utachagua uende huko kama mtalii?
I would go to Angola.
Angola?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Why would you want to go to Angola? Kwa nini Angola? What's special about Angola?
Angola is one country that I have heard from my stories that I've heard from friends and also people I have interacted with, is that there are a lot of investment opportunities. They have diverse cultures, and as a Kenyan, me being the curious Kenyan I am, I would want to understand how people from Angola relate to other people.
Great.
Yes.
Wow. Talk to us about that one African country that you don't know much about, but given a chance you'd want to also go there and explore. Nchi ambao hujui mengi kuihusu ya Africa, but uko na interest. Ni nchi gani?
That country to me would be, there are actually two countries. One is Chad.
Chad.
And the other one is Mozambique.
Mozambique.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Hebu tuguzie tu kidogo kwa umbali. What do you like about, or what would you want to explore and learn about Chad and Mozambique?
About Chad, I would love to know this country that is very small in size, but has somehow the best people I have met, because I have friends from Chad.
You have friends from Chad?
Yes, I have friends from Chad. And I would love to know how they are able to interact with people outside, and they find other cultures being more interesting than theirs. So we, as a person who has experienced people from Chad as friends, I would also want to know what they really do internally and through their culture.
What about Mozambique?
With Mozambique, people tell me Mozambique is a good tourist destination, and me being a person who has experienced tourism, I would love to go and experience Mozambique in terms of being a tourist.
Good.
Yeah.
Bwana Wawero, let's talk about leadership. So which is that one African country you see as the best in terms of leadership? Yani nchi ambayo inakupendeza sana kwa jinsi ambavyo inaongozwa, sheria zake, siasa na demokrasia, ni nchi gani hiyo?
I'm forgetting about this guy. Ibrahim Traore, hiyo jina ya hiyo country ndio ninasahau.
Burkina Faso.
Yes, Burkina Faso. That guy has shown us that if you give the military an opportunity, and if they have structures and strategies in place, they can lead. And unlike the way we always stereotype that if military will take a coup, the country will have lockdowns and all that. People will not have the freedom to express themselves. People will not have the freedom to, exploit what they have as a country. But Ibrahim Traore has proven to be somehow very different from, and that is one person I would emulate from in terms of leadership.
Great.
Yes.
So this being Africa Month,
yes,
I would want you to talk to the African Union as a young person.
Yes.
Talk specifically to the General Assembly of Heads of State, the highest decision-making body.
Yeah.
So what would you want to see them doing for Africans, especially the young people?
The biggest thing I would want them to do is give us civic education, serious civic education. That is one. Number two, I would want them to really spread the gospel of financial literacy, because as Africans we lack a lot of financial literacy. It's only the few who are in number who get to understand what financial literacy is all about. And I would also want us as African country, as African states, we would want people to give opportunities to the youth, not just in terms of representation, but also give them an opportunity to exploit the resources and the regular opportunities that are out here. Let them also give us a chance as young people to be able to not just put our voices on the table, but also be part of the stakeholders. in the system.
Great.
Yes.
Finally,
Yes.
one question.
Yes.
As a Kenyan, Bwana Waweru, so what do you like about Kenyans? Ni nini unapenda sana kuhusu wa Kenya ambayo you would like other Africans to emulate, waige?
There are a couple of things I love about my fellow Kenyans. One is that when we decide to become serious, we are really serious. And when we decide to become jokers, we are the best. You know, it's a mix of both. You know, Kenyans know how to give you the best of what you need, you know.
Yes.
Another thing I love about Kenyans is the fact that we have a lot of unity, especially when other people are despising us. We forget about our problems and we go and defend ourselves. That is one culture I would wish most African countries would emulate from us. And another thing I would want other African countries to emulate from us is the exposure that we have as Kenyans. This exposure is the reason as to why we are having these people protesting, you know. When things are not right, we say they are not right. We would like for other African countries not to fear expressing themselves and say, this leader did not do this, so kindly, you know, without fear of, you know, you're going to be intimidated or you're going to be prosecuted. We want a freedom that Kenyans have experienced, you know. As much as Kenyans we think we don't have freedom, we really do have a lot of freedom as Kenyans. And we have seen how we have expressed our freedoms through social media, through protests, you know. And we have proven to be a country to emulate, and I would want other countries to emulate that from us.
Great.